Hey man, it's your boy J Man. I'm back again with another video on the channel. We talking about these Golden State Warriors. Of course, if you are a Golden State Warrior fan, or if you're just interested in the series and you had Golden State winning, I still wouldn't feel like you guys have anything to worry about in a sense. I mean, you do have something to worry about, but you don't have something to worry about, if that makes sense, and I'll elaborate. If you didn't know, Jay put up the score here. That happened last night. I went to go get groceries, right? And the reason why I did that, because after watching the Boston game, I was like, okay, Boston, Milwaukee, that's the best game already happened. I'm anticipating Golden State to win, clinch the series. I'm gonna come back. It's gonna be a somewhat close game, but Golden State's gonna pull it out, win the series 4-1. End of the story. Man, I came back and I went into my room, and it was the third quarter, and it was 113 to 61. And I'm not gonna go on a whole tangent talking about, oh, Golden State gonna blow the 3-1 lead or nothing too out of sorts. But is it very possible for them to blow a 3-1 lead? They've blown this motherfucker before, and it's not like they doing this. They doing this. In terms of their nucleus, it's not like everybody's in their prime. It's not like Clay in his prime, Draymond in his prime, and Steph in his prime. The only person probably remaining possibly in their prime is Steph. Clay's, I mean, would I say Clay's washed up? Hell no, he's not washed up. But it's Klay Thompson of 2016. Me and you both know that's not him anymore. We know that. There's nothing wrong with admitting it. There's nothing wrong with it. But when you have 20 turnovers, and you give up 18 offensive rebounds, that's 18 extra shots that they're putting up. And also, since you have 20 turnovers, that's 20 more shots that they're getting that you can't get. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are 20 possessions where you didn't get a shot up. So, I mean, it was a very ugly game. I'm not gonna lie, it drastically sucks considering Mike Brown just accepted a coaching offer from Sacramento, and all of a sudden Steve Kerr catches COVID and Golden State looks real out of character. I mean, even if you look at Game 4, like, Game 4 didn't look like Golden State basketball. That game, I think Klay shot 6 of 20, Steph shot 10 of 25, Jordan Poole shot 4 of 12 in Game 4. And also, they turned the ball over a lot. They were making a lot of stupid mistakes. And Golden State just happened, and they have a tendency to make stupid mistakes just off the simple fact that they're a team that's predicated on moving the ball and anticipating plays and anticipating passes before they open up. So that's just how they play. It is what it is. I'm not knocking them for it. That's just how they play. That's their brand of basketball. So they find a way to work around it. But, you know, as Draymond said, I mean, they've struggled with turnovers the whole time this postseason. They've always been turning the ball over at a high rate. You know, sometimes Steph gets too high. Sometimes Steph gets too hyper, anticipates a play happening, throws a pass, it's not there. Same thing for Draymond. Same thing for everybody. Klay Thompson. I mean, Jordan Poole doesn't really get turnovers off the passes. I feel like Jordan Poole, sometimes he does a little bit too much, and he'll end up putting himself in a situation where he can't handle the ball that well, and he'll lose the ball in the situation. Not saying Jordan Poole's not a good ball handler, by no means am I saying that, but he'll put himself in situations where it would be tough to dribble out of that, and he would attempt to dribble out of it, lose the ball, or a panic pass, which leads to a turnover, in that type of scheme. You get what I'm saying? But it is two different teams, though, that Golden State is going against in one series. Like, it's not like a series where one team changed their whole game plan and it's working. No, like, Ja Morant has a bone bruise. He's probably not going to come back, even if they do come back and win this series. He probably won't be back until late in the Western Conference Finals, possibly. So, with that, you know, they turned into a team that was 20-5 without Ja Morant. And yes, they were 20-5. I mean, of course, it's a team better with Ja Morant, in my opinion, of course. But you can't knock the team in general. That's not a bad team. When your star player goes down and you manage to go 20-5, I don't give a damn who you going against. You got some solid guys. Now, do I like that team without Ja in the playoffs? Hell no. Me and you both know that. We would much rather have Ja playing We would much rather have Ja at the point than Tyus Jones at the point. And that's no disrespect to Tyus Jones. So all my Tyus Jones super fans out there, I'm not disrespecting your mans. I'm just saying we know we taking Ja Morant in a scenario if we trying to get a championship as a starting point guard. That's what we gonna take. But in this situation with that Memphis team, it helps them because they just can't attack Ja on a defensive end. They just can't attack Ja when they're on offense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if Ja's on defense, they just can't attack him. So they have to find a way to get around that. You know, all their coverages changed because that Golden State defense was predicated on stopping Ja. And by the way, that shit was not stopping Ja. But now, since Ja's out, that changes the whole game because now you can't just lock in on one guy and just make sure he doesn't get everybody else involved. Now everybody else is just gonna get involved off the muscle because there's not one star player getting more of the who isn't predicated on getting majority of the shots. Now you got a team who's predicated on playing team basketball. Everyone touches everybody. Everybody in the starting lineup probably gets 10 shots, 10 to 15 shots. Everybody shooting the ball. So instead of one guy taking around 25 to 26 shots. Which, that's not a bad thing, but, you know, in a playoff series where you game plan and you watch film and you assign coverages, rotations, pick and roll defense, what you're going to do on the offensive end, how you're going to run your pick and rolls, how you're going to run your plays, how you're going to run your pin downs, how your big man's going to respond in the paint, how you're going to box out, how you're going to crash the boards, how you're going to guard transition, how you're going to initiate transition, how you're going to force turnovers, how are you not going to turn the ball over. Like, a lot goes into it in a playoff series. So in this scenario with Ja Morant being out for the past 2 games, you seen how Golden State has been playing. They haven't been playing the best since Ja's gotten hurt. Since game 3, they have not played the best. Game 4, they played a very subpar game. I'm pretty sure if you ask Golden State themselves, they feel like they didn't deserve to win that game. They felt like that game wasn't Golden State brand of basketball, and Memphis threw away the game, which they did. Well, Memphis did it. Dillon Brooks did. But I'm not going to really get on Dillon Brooks. It happened already. I'm not going to get on this case. I was going to make a whole video. I filmed it. But I don't like making predicated videos on just one guy. I feel like that's me bashing them. The only time I'll really do that is like outstanding occasions where like you do some real stupid shit. Back to what I was saying, you know, with that big changeup that they did, well, not even a changeup, but with the changeup that was forced to happen, Golden State is flustered about it a little bit. They got to get used to it. Do I think Game 6 will be the game they finally get it down? I think so. I think Memphis swung their best punch. Now, is there a chance Memphis has a chance of winning Game 6? There's always a chance. Is it as unlikely as people would assume? No, it's not as unlikely because the team was 20-5 without Ja. So the team has some form of formidability and is a good team. You cannot. Yeah, they were 25. It don't matter. Yeah, I get they were going. Sometimes they're gonna go against some teams who had injured players. You know, certain players weren't playing 1,000%, but it's a good team nonetheless. 20-5. The record speaks for itself in that case. But you know, that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What do you think about Game 5 in general? Do you think that this is a turning point to the series? Do you think Golden State still has it? Do you think it's coaching? Do you think it's the players? Let me know what you think. And other than that, if you made this far in the video, go ahead and like the video. Go and subscribe if you're new. Make sure you hit that notification bell right next to that big red subscribe button. And make sure you click that too, like I just said, so you get notified whenever I upload. When you click that bell, make sure you hit all instead of personalized. Because personalized, they'll only hit you with the ones that YouTube feels like you will watch. Hit all. If you rock with my content, you're going to rock whatever I post, you feel me? And other than that, I'm out, bro.